Alright. Greetings, programs. This is Wretch, and welcome back to Star Wars The Old Republic Imperial Agent. And we figured out that there is someone pulling the strings behind the scenes at the end of the last stream, guys. Definitely causing the war between the Republic and the Empire to get even worse and even more bloody than everyone initially thought they would get. So I'm kind of curious to see where we're going to go from here. I'm looking at my readings a bit because I'm testing out some new settings in this stream. Hopefully they turn out okay. But we need to head to Dromund Kaas first and get the show on the road. So I hope everything's looking good on you guys' end. If I need to change anything, just let me know. And we need to go speak to the Minister of Intelligence once again. Hope you guys are having a good night. I am very, very tired. Like, I got home, took care of some errands, got some dinner, and then wanted to take like a 30-minute nap, 45-minute nap. Only turned into like a 15-minute nap, and it's one of those naps where you're just kind of sitting there like, you could have slept longer, and your body's going to let you know it. But hopefully we'll be able to go ahead and persevere. And hopefully the Minister of Intelligence, aka Keeper Prime, will be able to point us in the right direction of Hunter and this weird little group he's apparently part of. Did we essentially find the Star Wars version of the Illuminati? Is what I'm curious about. I would assume there's probably more than one. Or is it going to be like a criminal syndicate like Black Sun, pulling the strings for profit and gains? Hopefully, we will find out during the stream. That's going to be the hope, at least. Alright. Let's go ahead and exit out of here, and then we'll be able to fast track right to Imperial Intelligence. Hey, Skelethot. Welcome back. Thanks for tuning in tonight. And right to the front door. Hope everything is good in your world. We still got Ensign Temple with us. I think Temple will probably be our companion for the foreseeable future. Hey, Oni. How you doing? Welcome. We are okay, I guess, in terms of Threll and company. We're on our way to go talk to the Minister of Intelligence, who was the first keeper, and let him know what we've been able to discover about this secretive group that Hunter belongs to, that was behind the massacre at that mining station we were just at.
The Emperor and his proxies have made their intent clear. Their fleets are entering the core systems. They have broken the Treaty of Coruscant. Along the Mid-Rim,
hey, Kath.
They herd our people into makeshift prisons out of fear of rebellion. Unspeakable crimes have been committed. Let there be no mistake. We are at war.
Display off.
Tell me, Cypher, what's your assessment of your mission at Eisen 4?
Well, to be fair,
the mission was a failure. The target escaped, and I couldn't prevent the massacre.
But you found the device used in colony control, and that's what we needed. Fixer 12 recognized the override technology from Operation Starbender 8 years ago. That mission was also an anomaly. How are the new Watchers working out?
Their brains are faster than mine, sir, and they don't need as much sleep. This generation seems promising.
Ooh, they're the new model.
It's been a while since we spoke in person, sir.
Tell him about Starbender.
Starbender was a disaster, or it should have been. A pirate fleet was about to destroy an Imperial base when the pirates' flagship exploded. It was sabotaged by unknown persons. We were saved using the same technology that destroyed Ison 4. Realizing that, I reviewed other lucky incidents, Operations Morning Crest and Vanity, looking for other occurrences of this technology.
That's when you found the recording?
Yes. Caught by accident 4 years ago, simultaneous with Morning Crest.
So what's the common denominator between all of these?
Reporting. I am inside the SIS. Maintain cover for 6 months, then proceed. Guard your thoughts when near the Jedi. Understood.
These people have been intervening in our affairs. I assume you recognize the voice.
That's our buddy Hunter. And he has a boss.
I recognize the servant, but not the master.
Yes, go on.
At the Minister's suggestion, the Watchers and I began searching the unsolved case files for patterns of outside intervention. We found 62 relevant incidents so far. The oldest go back centuries, before the Empire revealed itself to the galaxy. But 9 are from the past 5 years.
Whom do you deem responsible?
In my analysis, an organization with espionage training and extensive resources, unaffiliated with the Republic or the Empire. Motivations unknown.
Yeah, we pretty much figured that, though.
You must have some guess where they come from, what they're after.
We are working on it. The pieces just aren't there.
With the Republic at our doorstep, now is not the time to be chasing conspiracies and ghosts. But we have little choice. Someone is manipulating this war. Someone who destroyed the Shadow Arsenal and Ison 4. Who gave the SIS your keyword. I need you to find these invisible agents before they do something catastrophic.
After this we're finished, what about the Republic? Understood.
I'll expose these people, and I'll learn the truth.
We've identified 13 possible leads on the enemy, all off-world. We'll narrow those down by the time you reach your ship.
Good. Get an hour's rest, then return to work.
Nap time.
I have a conference with Darth Baras and the Minister of War. I'll keep this operation secret as long as I can, but our foes will find out. Be wary.
Consider myself worried. Well, let's go ahead and use the holo terminal. Exit out of here first in case there's any additional scenes. I read about your foot on, was it your foot that you hurt, Kath? Saw you posting about it on Twitter. And we'll go ahead and take the personal starship teleporter. I'd also like the fact that Temple is all about, like, kind of the honorable act, unlike Kaleo, who we would lose influence with just by being respectful.
This is Watcher 6 to Cipher 9. Initial target assessment is complete. Recommend you proceed to planet Belsavis for operational briefing.
Oh, I don't think that she'd appreciate being flirted with.
On my way. Any details yet?
My conclusions would be misleading. Uploading hyperspace coordinates and new security codes. Be aware that in times of war, clearance must be reconfigured every 6 hours. Watcher 6 out.
This whole conspiracy tripe, you really think we're gonna find something?
I think prudence is a virtue in times like these.
They sent us summary briefing files, sir. Whatever you need, we'll be ready.
Okay.
Work as a team, and don't lose sight of our goals. Understood?
Yeah, all right. Strap in.
Yeah, at least we didn't lose any faction with Kaleo there. We did threaten to kill her, I think, in the last stream. We had a little heart-to-heart. That gave us 1,400 influence with her. And looks like the crew want to have a chat. Or at least, well, Kaleo doesn't. Everyone else does.
Agent, you recall we spoke to the diplomatic service about building an alliance between Empire and Kilix? Falner Eth, the man who offered his backing in return for our assistance, has asked us for his first favor.
What's our diplomat friend after?
Falner wants our notes on various families and unaligned worlds in the Questal sector. He means to bring that sector into the Empire. We worked in Questal a long while, and we knew its people well. It's odd to see someone else take the reins.
You don't talk about your old life.
We don't often have a reason to think about it. We do miss negotiating, reaching out to understand people, synthesizing their needs. Dizana of the Lesai Nest says that desire makes us a better joiner. It's only small comfort.
There was also a mention of, I guess, maybe a sister or potentially a wife. So that's going to be interesting.
I remember her. I didn't know you two were in contact.
Through the unseen emissaries that travel with us, we hear her voice from time to time. But that isn't relevant now. We'll give Falner what he wants, for the sake of the Empire and the colony.
I'm sure that won't come back to bite us. Heavens no. Doctor?
Doctor, you wanted to talk.
Yes, and I'm terribly sorry to take your time, but I have a small request. To be frank, it's a bit of an embarrassment.
He did a big steaming rat ghoul poo in like the forward galley or something.
You have my undivided attention.
I told you before about my safe houses, how my intruder alarms have been going off. Well, I attributed it to local happenstance. I may have been mistaken. My safe house on Balmora exploded.
Well, it is Balmora.
Would you like to elaborate on that?
Very much, but my scanners melted 0.7 milliseconds after activation. I could theorize regarding who did this and why, but truthfully, all I know is someone bypassed Imperial security to get inside. I'll need to see the safe house in person. I'll return as soon as I can.
Okay.
This isn't the time to play coy. Who do you think did this?
Shall I enumerate everyone who holds a grudge? I'm not being evasive. It is a very long list. Now, if you'll excuse me, my safe house awaits.
We didn't even get a choice in the matter. Sometime later.
Well, I'm afraid the news is mixed.
We'll go on then.
My safe house did indeed burn to the ground, along with 3 would-be assassins who were attempting to wire it with explosives. Apparently, my security triggered their bombs prematurely.
You're not just telling me that. You didn't eat them, did you?
I assume they were trying to ID these people.
I did acquire genetic samples of the intruders. I'll be running traces shortly. One was a human male. The others, uncertain. Regardless, they used Imperial equipment and codes to get inside. Someone in the Empire wants me dead.
Supposing you're right, what do you intend to do about it?
The list of people with grudges against me is a long and varied one. It will be some time before I narrow it down. But I take comfort in the fact that I'm once again viewed as a threat. My days in retirement are over.
He's like, somebody cares. I understand. Now, Ensign?
Sir, since our combat session went so well, I thought we might try something else. Lessons in interpersonal manipulation and information extraction. Lecture 1 entitled...
Once they think they need you, they'll tell you anything.
Descriptive name, sir. Is it always about need? When I first arrived at Zero Station, no one trusted me. I was the human Imperial who must have been a spy. But I learned my way around. And once the Chiss accepted my competence, it was easy to make friends.
Not all your marks will be as pleasant as the Chiss.
So suppose we're separated during an operation against pirates, say. How does your hand-trained operative play it?
Watch and listen, stick with force. I'm not getting into this. Where's the Kath option to just shoot them? Because that's not necessarily force, it's just,
You blend into the background and wait for an opportunity. Don't stir the pot unless you know what you're in for.
I'll happily leave that to you, then. I don't know what you think of my potential, sir, but I do appreciate your guidance. I've been deceiving people like an amateur for years. Time I started doing it right.
Which means you're probably going to try and do that with us. I would assume, at least. Travel to Belsavis. I don't remember if I'm familiar with the planet. Let's see. Okay, that looks like Hoth. Officially, Belsavis is a sparsely populated Republic world dominated by Arctic plains. Its only notable feature is the rare tropical rifts that break up the expanses of ice, heated by natural geothermal vents and home to a surprisingly diverse plant life. In truth, Belsavis is an ultra-secure prison colony established by the Republic. Until recently, the prison's existence was top secret, but its discovery by the Empire has resulted in rumors spreading throughout the galactic underworld. The prison is now in a state of lockdown, and both Republic and Imperial militaries have a presence on the scene. So what are they keeping here? Let's check out the planet. It's actually kind of cool.
This is headquarters to Cypher 9, clearing your arrival with station control.
Cypher, you're now orbiting 40,000 kilometers above Belsavis, the Republic's largest penal colony. Fancy rebuilding your criminal reputation?
Oh, do we get to go undercover again?
What does the Republic need with a jail the size of a planet?
Belsavis prison was built in secret to hold the galaxy's most dangerous individuals. 3 main levels, thousands of specialized cell blocks holding everyone from changelings to Sith Lords.
We've known of the prison's existence for nearly a year. Now we understand that the conspirators subverted Belsavis to their own use.
You say subverted, not infiltrated, not taken over.
The conspirators pulled strings with Republic higher-ups to construct a special section, Mega Security Ward 23. It's somewhere past the alien cells and the genocide ward. They built it and sealed it when Belsavis was founded. No one gets inside.
Genocide ward?
It's the highest security area of the best protected prison in the galaxy. You're going to break in and find what it's hiding.
Neat.
Lay out our resources. How do we do this?
2 decades ago, a prison gang heard about the ward and tried to breach it, hoping something inside would help them escape.
Thieves, security experts, the underworld's best. None of them made it back, but they had the right idea.
You'll assemble your own gang from the prison. Establish yourself as a fellow inmate and succeed where the last group failed.
Yeah, it is undercover. Doing a lot of women's angles on SmackDown, rather refreshing. Oh, that's good to see. I really hope they keep on pushing Becky.
Anyone particular in mind for my gang?
You'll find supplies and a detailed dossier at our outpost on the planet's surface.
Our military forces are encouraging riots as part of the war effort. It's distracting the Republic and should conceal your operation. But don't be mistaken. The prisoners are not grateful. Keep out.
Alright. Retrieve your supplies at the Imperial base. We'll go ahead and make planetfall.
Greetings, Master. I cleaned the vessel from stem to stern in your absence. You can smell the difference.
Ah, the stink of clean. So I wonder where this Imperial base would be. Oh, that is not the loading screen I expected. It looks like a cross between a gremlin and a rancor. That should be interesting. Maybe a Gundark. Looks like we have to make planet. We have to go through the docking system again. Wampa's southern cousin. It's the one they don't talk about often. The one that went to jail. Like the music so far? Flashpoint. Colicoid War Games. Is that... Hold on. Activities. Directive 7. Haven't seen anything about that so far. CZ. Those are planetary missions. Alright. We'll avoid that for right now. And we got an Imperial Attaché. Excuse me, sir. Please halt before you proceed to the shuttle. I am Attaché to Commander Callum of the Imperial Guard. He oversees all operations on Belsavis and requires your presence immediately.
You've piqued my curiosity.
Commander Callum and his orders serve the Emperor himself, and thus it is my privilege to be his servant. He awaits you in his strategy room. Cool. Now we're not technically a prisoner yet, so we don't need to be getting in our undercover garb. We'll retrieve our supplies and get our briefing about what we need to do for the head of the Imperial Guard. Their costumes better be as badass as Palpatine's Imperial Guard, because those were some of my favorite costumes. And... we're in a canyon. Or some such. Crew skill trade vendor. Agent trainer. Let's take a look around. We got a bounty hunter trainer like right there. Prisoners.
Hey, we had a deal.
Me
and my boys handled those guards just like you asked.
Lord Medicus Command Center? Oh. Looks like business as usual for the Sith.
We might be able to squeeze you into the cargo hold if, say, you dispatch another 24 guards.
Alright, we got 2 heroic missions there. Is there anything down here? Looks like we got multiple barricades. We got a bank. Maybe some good vendors too.
Next. Name, please.
Mateo.
Heroic missions.
Oh, there you are.
Twi'leks. Transport service. Specialty goods.
I've got the best hardware and the best prices. Good hunting.
Alright, fortunately it looks like we've got a level 48 mod vendor, which is great because we already took care of that stuff.
Please use all products only as intended.
Go ahead and sell our junk. Companion customization vendor. What do you have?
Here to browse our inventory.
Blizz, Bronarch, Deshade, Dr. Loken. We don't really have the money for it. Ooh, Ensign Temple stuff. Nice. Okay. Let's take a look at you. Oop. Oh wow, we can actually change her race. So we got Asian. And I guess white. Blonde and white. Asian again with a cool hairstyle. Black with a bob cut. That's one of those I'd like to speak to your manager hairstyles. And White with long hair. Well, I'll tell you the truth. Out of what I'm seeing here, the only one I would potentially go with would be the Asian. But actually, to tell you the truth, I think I like her default skin. I think we may go ahead and stick with that. I think it looks pretty good already. If we could make her a Chiss lady, I would be more than happy to do so. Well, it doesn't look like we have that option, unfortunately. Hey, King. Welcome back. Hope everything's going well in your world. And looks like... Okay, here's where we retrieve our supplies, and then we need to speak to Commander Callum, wherever he is. This might be a primary time for us to read the dossiers on the gang we need to form up, and we can get in our garb. Here's the cantina. Such as it is. This is more like a canteen.
See anything you like, give me a wink.
Prisoner's gloves. Oh, those shoulder pads, though. Yowza. And a neck implant. So, do all the inmates here, do they have to rock out the kind of Suicide Squad
Bring
look?
your creds back anytime.
That if they escape the planet, the neck implant blows up? That's a possibility, I suppose.
Begin playback. Authorization Cipher 9.
Cipher. This is Infiltration Operative Bax Kohler. I've assembled a list of prisoners with the skills to breach Mega Security Ward 23.
First up.
This is Camden Slyke, assassin and escape artist. His brother died breaking into the ward some years ago. Slyke can reconstruct and reassess his brother's plan. He hates authority figures, Imperials included.
Of course.
Next, Cheney Barrow, slicer and computer expert, former top saboteur for the Exchange. Motivated by greed and known to nurse a grudge.
Looks like Temple, a little bit.
Ota, ex-mercenary and bounty hunter, cast out of the Mandalorians for dishonorable conduct. He'll provide support and demolitions.
Ooh, again.
Lastly, Parkos. No information on his crimes, but he's an alien tracker whose species sees through walls. Handy to have around traps.
I did not know
These people are volatile and extremely dangerous. Present yourself as a fellow inmate. Do not reveal your allegiance.
I've never met a career criminal before. It's a little terrifying, but I'm kind of looking forward to this.
You'll meet a lot more in this job. It's how I got my start.
You'll use explosives to free the prisoners. Tag each prison cell with a blasting cap, then head to the Republic Security Center. Use the security consoles to disable any fail-safes and make contact with the prisoners. You can detonate the blasting caps remotely. Maps and safe house coordinates are attached. You're on your own now.
Understood. Rig all of their doors, blow them open. Get our motley crew together. Like, we already had a motley enough crew with Galileo and friends. Looks like we are just adding to the family. Chances are good, though. We'll probably have to kill all of them, and I'm okay with this. We'll take care of some loose ends and make the galaxy a safer place, especially during wartime. Now, where is shuttle? Breakout. Threll's gonna have the weirdest family picture ever come the holidays? Yeah. I think we need to head back here to the orbital station. So essentially what has happened here, King, is Threll was able to take out the SIS cell that had him under control. However, in order to do that, we found out that there is this shadowy group that Hunter, who was part of the cell, is a part of, that seems to be trying to pull strings with both the Republic and the Sith. And we are trying to figure out who exactly that is. And there was Commander Callum. Whoops. Oh, I see red. It's okay. It's not cool Imperial Guard, but it's manageable.
Approach. You have garnered the attention of my master, the Emperor. He foresees you performing great deeds on Belsavis, and he sends this message. Do not disappoint him.
Uh-huh.
You're an Imperial Guard. Am I supposed to salute or bow?
Prostrate yourself as you see fit. Just remember, you're allowed on Belsavis at my request. This planet holds the Republic's dirtiest secret, a maximum security prison home to the galaxy's most depraved convicts. We've come to free them. Specifically, the Dread Masters, Elder Sith who could change the course of the war.
Awesome! Let's bring more Sith into the world, because that's what Threll wants.
The Empire's risking much to free these Sith. Why?
The Dread Masters possess the unique ability to cripple an entire enemy force with terror. We've deployed special operations groups to release them. They freed prisoners and sparked riots. But during the chaos, we lost contact with all 5 teams. You will need to re-establish contact, and, if necessary, relaunch the operation to free the Dread Masters.
There's not a prison built that I can't crack.
The shuttle will drop you at the last known location of Operations Group 5. Find Lord Medicus. Help him fan the flames of the riot.
Lord Medicus.
Minimum resources, maximum results. That's how we avoid disappointing the Emperor.
Well, we certainly don't want that. Okay. Now we can go ahead and get out of here. This actually might be the best time to go ahead and put on our undercover gear. Well, let's go talk to Lord Medicus first. Yeah, that's true enough, Kath, but I think I'm kind of getting the idea, excuse me, that we're essentially landing on the Republic's version of Arkham Asylum. Don't get me wrong, it's not a bad thing. Ah, the command center. We have been in here before.
Hey, we had a deal. Me and my boys
Hello?
handled those guards just like you asked.
Is he in here? Yes, he is.
Welcome, Agent. I take it Commander Callum sent you to lend us your talents.
Hey,
I'm
Big.
Lord Medicus, leader of Operations Group 5. We started this riot by arming prisoners and pointing them at their Republic captors. But our primary goal is to extract certain inmates held deep within the prison.
I like this guy's look. He's got the proper amount of black eyeliner.
Commander Callum said they were Sith Lords.
Correct. The Dread Masters. They can reach out through the Force and pierce their enemies with terror. Whole armadas surrender to them without firing a shot. The Republic claimed the Dread Masters were killed in the last war. Returning them to the field would be a crowning achievement.
Star Wars Arkham Asylum is an amazing concept, honestly. There is a novel called Cross Current, and it involves Kyle Katarn from the Dark Forces games, and the character that you play under his guidance in Jedi Academy. And it involves time travel, which time travel doesn't rarely ever gets used in Star Wars, and my eye twitched when I heard about it. But they actually do it well, and the end of it goes from like this kind of interesting Star Wars story into almost a horror type atmosphere. I don't want to spoil anything, but if you get a chance to read the book Cross Current, give it a shot, because it kind of hits some areas that you don't expect Star Wars to hit.
Do you have a fix on the Dreadmaster's location?
The Republic moved them into the deep prison. We've heard nothing since.
The deep prison. Oh!
Meanwhile, the Warden brought in a hard-headed off-world enforcer, Ellis Ruger. He's here to close our exit corridor. If the Republic isn't stopped, they'll retake this landing zone. Without an exit, our prison break will fail.
Don't give an inch of ground to the Republic.
We're trying, but the prison guards aren't helping matters. They're hiding behind force fields, and they've just deployed mechanical peacekeepers. These Warden droids have enough firepower to incapacitate a small army. The rioters are losing hope, but we can reignite their rage. Destroy enough droids and the convicts will smell blood. They'll practically defend our landing zone for us.
That's fair enough.
Crowds are so easily manipulated. Once I dispatch the droids, the prisoners will run to follow suit.
Like Nerf to the slaughter. Simply defeat enough Warden droids to inspire the rioters' confidence. Then they'll fight our enemy for us.
It's Nerf for nothing. Cool. Well, we got our brief there. It looks like everything's nearby. Let's go ahead and put on our undercover gear. Let's see what we got. Yeah. I mean, the blue skin's obviously a giveaway, but I think that's kind of a cool look when you're infiltrating a prison planet. We have to get something for, well... No, Reyna's not wearing any kind of Imperial insignia. I think she should be good. Let's do this. Let's get a lay of the land. Because remember, we've got a lot of frozen tundra and then, like, beautiful temperate zones. So honestly, it's going to be kind of like Genesis Planet from Star Trek The Search for Spock. After Grove. Had the breakout. Let's destroy the Warden droids first. Before we rig any prison doors. We've got killers, rioters, and killers. Corrupted holocam droid, gang leaders. You will never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy. We must be cautious. Guess all the droids are hanging out up here.
There's the breach in the prison defenses. It must have all started here.
That's where it all went horribly wrong. Now we need to destroy Warden droids. Ow. That was rude. That's one. I like the fact that these guys are isolated and not moving. That speaks well for what we're trying to do. They have flamethrowers. Not good. And uno más. So they have a little knockback kind of stun field. And that's that. Cool. I figured there'd be more to do. Secured cell block, overrun cell block. Well, let's do the one close by. Because obviously all of these guys aren't going to be in the same prison block. We got to go into like one cell, free some, go into the other one. Prison enforcers. So with all the killers and everything, it's definitely the inmates are running the asylum, at least in the frontier. Prison sharpshooters. What do we got here? Prison captain. Sleep now. And we make a left. That's the first cell on our right. Seeker droids that can't see through stealth. That is a design flaw. Rig Parkos's door. Alrighty. Do we let them all... I see. Maybe we let out 2 at a time. Gotta give props to this staff that are still trying to do their jobs here at the prison. Well, that's them rigged. Guess we have to go to the other cell. Big old Republic symbols. Our guys are behind, like, huge doors, too. Which kind of shows, I guess, how dangerous they are, how much of a priority they are. Maybe. Go ahead and refresh our buff now that I think about it. And we'll get in our speeder bike and head toward the other cell block. And I think we may have to head back here to set off maybe the bomb or whatever to open these up. But if so, it is what it is. We can head back. A little backtracking didn't hurt anyone. It annoyed them, but it didn't hurt them. What level are these guys? 42? And got some rocks. Prison entrance may be around here. Right past the gang leaders and the killers and all the familiar faces. There we go. And this is the same, yeah, similar premise, different floor plan. And I guess we're going to use our red blade voice and use a non-Imperial accent when we're talking to these folk. I would assume so. How much you guys want to bet that we're going to use a different voice? I'd say it's pretty even money. Now, this one... Use the Security Control Center console, which is... back where we went. Threll's gonna go full-on Louisiana. A Chiss speaking Creole. Definitely not something that I would ever expect hearing. Sounding like, the guy from Waterboy with a really thick accent. I don't know if I'd be able to play this character seriously after that. Well, hopefully the security activation is not too far away from here. Console, yes. Ah, I was right. Right back where we were. Actually, I hate to make another Warcraft reference, but consider seeing all of this like tropical foliage and then the walls of ice just past it actually reminds me a lot of Sholazar Basin from Wrath of the Lich King. It was this deep crater that was filled with really tropical forests and wildlife, but it was right next to Ice Crown Glacier. So you had a lot of like freezing stuff right nearby. And undead. Lots of undead. Let's see where this activation switch is. I'm not seeing it. Do we have to go into another room? That's weird. Oh, is it above us? It might be above us. Speaking of WoW, how you feel about the Battle for Azeroth cinematic? Well, Oni, to tell you the truth, I was actually going to speak about that later this week because I'm going to be recording. I have seen the cinematics, and I do have some opinions on them, but I want to wait until we're done with the scenario and everything before I actually give my opinion on it. And, here we go.
Warning. Security lockdown in process.
Open prisoner files for Kanjan Slyke, Cheney Barrow, Ota, and Parkos. Disable cell failsafes.
Cell failsafes disabled. Defenses will not be activated in case of breach.
Open communications link.
Let's see you establish your criminal credibility.
I like the fact you can hear his modulated voice.
Pay attention, I have an offer to make. Right now, you're rotting in jail. Riots go bad, you could even starve to death. But I'm putting together a job and I need good people. Your freedom's an advance on the pay. Doors blow in 10 seconds. Look for the meeting place on your holo map. I expect you to be there.
Don't delay now.
I hope they all survive that.
Scorpio sanctions activated. Was a very articulate speech, but you chose your audience poorly. For example, Cheney Barrow is only the third best slicer on Belsavis. I have now killed the other two.
Okay.
Show yourself. Who am I talking to?
Good luck getting your prisoners to work together. We'll speak again.
GLaDOS? I guess it was coming from here. Are we dealing with GLaDOS? Star Wars style? That could be interesting. To the Rendezvous Cave? Alright, well, before we go to the Rendezvous Cave, we shall go ahead and quick travel back to base. It's a decent-sized planet. Looks like there's plenty to do. No multiple zones like we've seen on a lot of the other planets. And now that we're back here and about to go talk to someone of the Imperial ilk, let's get back in uniform. Let's see what he has to say about this development.
The war
Warden droids are no more. I hope the rioters took note.
Have no fear. Thousands of prisoners already move against the droids. More devotees follow your footsteps every minute. Many have died in the process, but that's normal.
The job's done. Easy.
Then I have a powerful ally indeed. The Warden droids were meant to be the equal of 20 prisoners. Still, we need more convicts on our side. Turn this mob into an army and the Republic will be permanently occupied. An army begins with generals. We must provide the prisoners with the leadership they require.
There must be plenty of leadership material locked up here. Break them out and put them to work.
Exactly. There's a carbonite storage facility in the intake yards, full of frozen convicts. Some were rebellion leaders, others simply murdered every guard they found. We need both persuasions.
Yay, we need to break out the defroster.
Sounds fast and easy. Leave their rescue to me.
Excellent. I've taken measures to maximize the benefits of this operation. Prisoner, what of your mission into the Carbon Gallery?
The crisis response unit ambushed us. I got away. Only me.
Excellent. Ruger took the bait. Now you can free the frozen prisoners and wipe out the crisis response unit all at once.
Okay.
Who are these guards exactly?
They trained for everything. Hostages, riots, Sith opponents. They slaughtered us.
Another word, inmate, and I'll throw you back in prison. Ruger's men are dangerous, but don't let it give you pause. Destroy the guards and defrost the prisoners. They'll turn this riot into an organized army. Then we'll have safe passage to extract the Dread Masters.
This guy's got a lot of Darth potential. Unleash Targeters package. And we just gained a legacy level. We're about to level up to 51, actually. 94. Well, actually, that's not as good as some of the other stuff we're rocking out. I like the Metreon Synthos expansions. Good old Raven. It looks like the prison block south is just right there. We can go ahead and knock that out. Plenty to do. It's funny because you think like once you're done with Hoth you wouldn't be going back to a frozen planet, but here you are. And I saw... Did I see another quest giver? Give me a sec, I thought I saw something on the radar. Yep. That's another quest giver. Glad I noticed that. Master Sergeant Coram.
Welcome, sir. Ignore the troops around here. Fear has made them a bit prickly. This prison is far more dangerous than we originally thought, and far older. Many of these vaults were constructed thousands of years before the Republic came. Imagine the secrets inside.
If the Republic didn't build the vaults, who did?
Some long-forgotten alien race. They used the vaults to imprison all the vile monstrosities they didn't want running amok. We've been blasting open the older vaults in hopes that whatever horrors were locked away might turn on the Republic guards. In one vault we discovered ancient war droids. Ungrateful wretches that vaporized my men on the spot. Now they're on the warpath.
Or a bunch of old battle droids doing locked up.
Perhaps for exhibiting the same genocidal tendencies they've been demonstrating all week. Still, they may have their uses. Those droids properly controlled would be invaluable. However, our reprogramming spikes need to be inserted manually. Lost 30 men trying to dominate the ancient droids. Validating in a way, but these massacres are crippling us. I need your help uploading those spikes.
This situation calls for skill and subtlety, not sheer numbers.
Once installed, the spikes are designed to make the droids target only people wearing Republic Guard uniforms. Until then, though, those droids will be extremely hostile. If they get you in their sights, they won't let up. And they don't miss.
Thank you for the warning. And where are they? Devault K66, and that is just on the way to the breakout. Good. Let's actually look at our fly points here and see where we have to actually go, or what we have at least available to us.
At your service, sir.
Imperial Command Post Speeder, Resettlement Camp Speeder.
Travel route is confirmed.
Alright. Looks like we have another flight point here on the planet, relatively close by, somewhere in that area. Let's go ahead and defrost some leadership. Then we will go and reprogram some ancient war droids, because that sounds awesome. And what are you? Rift Lurker. Eee. You guys look like deep ones from Lovecraft. Well, I guess it makes sense if they're starting to open like these ancient doors, wondering what's inside. Oh, this is an infinite empire. Of course, we knew that was probably going to be the case, but... And we just hit level 51. Anything new to exfiltrate? Roll forward 12 meters. Activating exfiltrate a second time within 10 seconds allows you to roll again, but puts the ability on cooldown for 10 seconds. While rolling, your chance to dodge melee and range attacks is increased by 30. Does not break stealth. Cannot be used while immobilized or hindered. Neat. Yes, definitely. Opening ancient doors, not really... doesn't have a decent success rate from my experience. Bum 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 bum. Heavy resistant droid, prison patrolman, prison riot crusher, but you have a chest near you. Excuse me, kind sir. Pinpoint welding torch. It looks like we have quite a few cells here, too. And we cannot go in there for whatever reason. Locate the Carbonite Gallery. I have found the Carbonite Gallery. Easy. Oh, Jabba would have loved this. Neat. Prison Crisis Devastator. Clear the Carbonite Gallery. Ah. Okay, I can do that. Let's go ahead and get rid of some of these droids first.
I am strong.
That's weird that Temple has to tell herself that she's strong. I kind of think about the Tywin Lannister quote, "Any man who says that they are king is no true king." I kind of think about that with those kind of statements. Like, I am this, I am that. If you have to tell yourself, then you're not. Carbonite statues add a certain je ne sais quoi to any living space. And down you go. I need a new knife. I know that for sure. Hopefully we'll be able to get one here soon. Down you go. Now we got multiple tactical advantage. Just cause all kinds of chaos with that. Alright, now it's just us, Mr. Devastator. It's a bold claim. Let's see what we can do. You and your big gun. Here, dots for you. All the dots. It's the only gift I can really give. There you are. Specialist med pack. Oh, we left you guys alive too. I apologize. Shank. And is that it for in here? I think it is. There we are. Use the control console. Which is on the other side. Do we have to clear this part of the room? I hope not. Doesn't look like we can't, like we have to. You have found the Carbonite thawing controls. The status readout warns that it is cut off from the main generator. Remaining power is only sufficient to thaw one grid of prisoners. Grid 1 houses murderers with diagnosed criminal pathologies. They're likely to kill guards and other prisoners if released, which could spark an escalating war. Grid 2 houses agitators of large-scale protests and riots. They're likely to organize revolts if released, possibly with less violence. What would you like to do? Thaw the murderers and thaw the agitators. Well, we want to increase the violence because that's going to... The Republic will have to throw more resources into that, so I think thawing the murderers would definitely be the best option. The agitators are just going to cause a ruckus, you know, and rebel, but we need something with a little bit more oomph. Well, wait a minute. He said that he needed both. So what do we go for? Do we go with the agitators that are going to actually organize revolts, or we just want the ones who are going to cause all kinds of pure do we want organized carnage, or do we want outright just chaotic carnage? Free the murderers. Yay for Bowie references.
A few psychopaths should keep the Republic awake at night.
Yeah. Energy diverted to Grid 1. You use the tools that are available in the box. And now they're all blind because they have hibernation sickness, or they should. Hello?
I hope you're proud. Your time on Belsavis is up.
Marshal Ruger.
I don't agree.
This isn't a case of where we agree to disagree. Not while you're still on this planet. So let me make this perfectly clear. You've made a mistake. Time to pack up and fly home.
I don't scare that easily.
You'll learn. They all do.
Alrighty. Return to Lord Medicus. Well, we will do that as soon as we take care of our other little bit of business here. And I guess we don't see where the prisoners go. Sorry about that, internet's acting weird. What did I miss? Well, we're still here on Belsavis, and we just unleashed a bunch of murderers from Carbonite to keep the Republic busy, to sow some chaos and disorder. We have released the prisoners that we need to recruit in order to continue our infiltration of the planet, but it looks like we're being watched by some sort of presence that had an electronic voice, kind of like GLaDOS from Portal. And now we are heading over here to Vault K66. Execute Order 66. To lay the smackdown on some droids and reprogram them. And we've got, let's see, what have we got here? Is this another pathway we can take? Nope. Gonna have to go around the other way because of the prison walls. That's a shame. Sorry that your internet's acting weird, Big. Hate when that happens. I don't ask for much in this life, but I do ask that the internet that I pay money for every month acts the way I want it to, or the way I paid for it to. I think it's a simple request, but sometimes the weather and whatnot they don't agree with me. Ew, we got a war criminal as an elite. Got rioters. A riot is an ugly thing. This is what young Frankenstein teaches us. Alrighty. Now then. Minimum security at the primary thoroughfare. It's pretty. I gotta give it that. It's not the worst prison planet I've ever seen. It's not Ratataki from Star Trek VI. It's actually got some greenery. And that is definitely a Infinite Empire temple. What did they think was going to happen opening doors, man? We saw what happened on Nar Shaddaa when they opened doors to places that they didn't, you know, or not on Nar Shaddaa, on Tatooine, when they opened doors that they knew they shouldn't have been. Right now it says buffering. Ew. Well, everything looks good on my end. I don't know. Is the stream working all right for everyone else? I did try some new settings today. I hope that it didn't mess anything up. You'll think you're ready to catch the rest on YouTube? Okay. Thanks, Big, for dropping by. We will see you next time. Hope your net gets better. Don't open strange door. Stream's fine. Okay. This may be some unruly internets. Ancient intruder droids. The scanner droids, those are little popcorn guys. We're not going to worry about them. And we got a Nikto hideout. Alright. Well, if you guys should notice, I am actually streaming in 1080p. For the first time ever. I decided it's time that I get with everyone else. Or no, I'm not. Actually, I'm not. I'm recording in 1080p, but streaming in 720, 60 frames per second. Because most of Twitch actually streams like that. There's really no reason to go ahead and stream in 1080p. But my recordings on YouTube should be up with all my other stuff, so... No, I just recently... I've recorded in 720 60 frames per second forever, and I just killed that droid when I needed to reprogram it. I just realized. And like earlier last week, I went to 1080p because despite the fact that it is taking me a lot longer to render stuff and publish it, you guys deserve top quality. I don't have a whole lot of time to do it, but I make the time for you guys. And got another ancient war droid. Shirk! I'm wondering what kind of aftermath we're gonna get from this. Nada. Huh. That's it? That's it. Well, can't argue with it. We'll head back to base and turn those in. See if they give us any more follow-through quests, and if not, then we'll head for the breakout. Tonight there's gonna be a jailbreak. Bow, 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 bow. I love that song. I love Thin Lizzy. They were such an underrated band. They got some great songs. Now, first things first, we're going to go ahead and train in this new ability.
I know every trick of the trade. Trust no one.
Now, what does this roll look like? Okay, it's the monk roll. So we get two. We can do it 2 times, and then there's a slight cooldown. So that should help out during combat, I would assume. Where do we put it, though, on the hotbar? Sever Tendon, Distraction. Yeah. Well, here, actually, countermeasures. That'll do.
The droids appear to have lost interest in us. No doubt they're hunting down their new prey. Now the Republic can enjoy being slaughtered by these antiquated tools of destruction. I'm in your debt.
Yeah, but...
Be careful about what you set loose in the future.
Yeah.
Wise words. I don't think I have the manpower to suffer another incident like this.
So help me.
Now that those droids aren't shooting us anymore, we may be able to deactivate a few and study them more closely. In time, we may even be able to replicate their technology. Belsavis is more intriguing than I feared.
You summon anything with phalanges, there's going to be hell to pay. Not my tendon! Ooh, the throat cracking sound. I love that sound. It's one of my favorite sound effects in all of Star Wars, is the right before someone dies via force choke.
There was only enough power to thaw the best prisoners. I unleashed the worst murderers I could find.
The convicts were violent before. With psychopaths at the helm, there's no telling what crimes they'll commit. Ruger will not be pleased.
He called to threaten me. He seemed unafraid.
Ruger's tamed prisons before, even restored order to Coruscant's depths. It's time we end his career. The only thing keeping us from his throat are the force fields guarding his base. Luckily, a mad Deveronian prisoner, Golan, has the key.
Okay.
Don't tell me Ruger hid it under a rock outside his base.
I don't know Golan's methods, only that he stole the key, and Ruger doesn't have a clue it's missing. Sadly, Golan's less than cooperative. He knows the key is valuable, plus he's trained in the Force and highly violent. The Republic tried executing him 4 times. That's when they shipped him to Belsavis. Now Golan thinks he can't die. He's refusing to hand over the key to Ruger's guard station.
Is he like Mar from Sin City?
Just tell me where to go.
Golan roams near the resettlement camps, in the open areas where wise inmates leave him alone. Make your way there. The longer we delay, the more likely Ruger will change the lock frequency on the security fields.
Find the security field access key. And yay for new things. And level 88. Replace that for a nifty little upgrade. And we'll see where this Deveronian is hiding. There's a very interesting race, and looks like that is on the way. Those are the guys that look like devils from the Cantina scene in A New Hope. The ones that the horns are kind of curved and they're laughing. Kind of remind me of Ferengi a little bit. But the one Deveronian that you see in A New Hope has a fascinating backstory. His name was I forgot his name. Deborah, or something to that effect. I don't know if that's a Dragon Ball Z reference. But he hides out there. He's considered to be like the worst thief in Mos Eisley, but his true nature is a lot more sinister. He is a bad thief, or he's a terrible spy. That's what it is. It's not a thief. He's a terrible spy. He's also a war criminal with one of the highest bounties in the entire galaxy. I think his bounty was like 5 million credits, which at the time of the Galactic Civil War was absolutely insane. It was nothing compared, like Luke and Leia's and all of their bounties paled in comparison to this guy. Because on his home planet, he was in charge. He was essentially a Quisling. He cooperated with the Empire and led an attack that butchered an entire village of people. So his government put this 5 million credit bounty up on him, and he disappeared. And he was in the Mos Eisley Cantina. Very interesting story. He actually owned something that was very, very valuable. And at the end of his run, he was captured by Boba Fett. Boba Fett went for that 5 million credit bounty, and keep in mind this is in the Legacy universe, so it's not canon now. But he finally tracked the Devorian down on like a swamp planet, and he knew that he was going to die. He's like, Boba Fett caught me, and Boba Fett at this point is like 80 years old. His body is riddled with cancer, or all of his money is actually going into treatments to keep his body from developing a cancer. Like part of his leg is cloned. The Sarlacc had just completely destroyed his like genetic makeup. He was in really bad shape, but he just kept on going because he was the best bounty hunter in the galaxy. And when he captures the Devorian's like, all right, well, here. And tells him where he can find this collection of music. And he has this collection of music from all of these artists that had either been silenced or killed by the Empire. This forbidden treasure trove of music that everyone thought had been destroyed. And it's like priceless. And he basically tells Boba Fett where it is. And then he's taken back to his homeworld and executed. But if you ever get a chance to read it, it's in Tales of Mos Eisley Cantina, and it's in Tales of the Bounty Hunters, his little postscript. I highly suggest giving it a look-see. Whoa! Oh, there's Golan. Well, we'll wait for this guy to... He's a level 54 mercenary. I guess we can help out. We're nice. At least dot him a little bit. There you go. You're welcome. Now, Shu. Semrinth, the Republic's most wanted. Off you go. Oh, he's doing quick travel. I don't want you to tag the mob. Hello, friend. Now it's my turn. Let's see if I can kill him quicker than the 54 bounty hunter could. I'm thinking I'm thinking so. I'm thinking we got a good shot of it. Maybe. I think we're definitely doing more DPS. I'll call that good. Security field access key. Contact Medicus from the nearby console. Hey, it's a Varactyl. Like Obi-Wan's mount from Revenge of the Sith. Rest in peace. That's kind of cool. This must be that other base that they were talking about. Imperial Lookout, or maybe not. Alright, where do we... minimum security. Looks like we have to go around the wall here. Defender droids, there's a transport. Yay! New quest hub. Possibly.
It's done. I have the key to the security fields.
We must strike quickly, before word of Golan's death spreads. Ruga is finally vulnerable. If you're ready, we can end his campaign and secure this landing zone for good.
How much resistance is Ruga packing?
He lacks his crisis response unit, but the guard station will be full of veteran soldiers. Expect the worst. Use the security key to drop their shields. My teams will cut off Ruga's backup. No one gets in, no one gets out. We'll give you time to work. Just make sure Ruga doesn't escape.
Makes sense to me.
Prepare yourself. Just because Ruga hasn't risked himself before doesn't mean he's easy prey. This is his stronghold. Bring everything you have and every ally you trust. We will get no second chance.
Deactivate the security field. I can do that. Oh lord, I'm stuck. Ah! Well, let's, okay. The roll is good for no other reason that it gets us out of being stuck. And we've got a quest here by Captain Ragu? Or Rago?
Seriously, Captain, you gotta stop sending your men down here. I'm running out of places to hide the bodies.
Then fight me, you coward! We'll see how long you... Hello? Hello? You must put a stop to this. That madman is disrupting my mission and butchering my men.
Okay.
What is it you're trying to do here?
I've been pulled from more civilized fronts to facilitate the release of our prisoners here. This dungeon houses many loyal Imperials. My orders are to retrieve the prison records so we might find and liberate these patriots. The problem is, a group of escaped cyborgs calling themselves the New Men have taken up residence where those records are kept. They're slaughtering my men.
Oh man, I really want some Italian food now.
Who are these New Men?
Misguided savages who revere the union of man and machine. I've heard they adorn their droids with their victims' extremities.
Yeah.
The names and locations of thousands of Imperial prisoners are stored in those records. We must obtain them. Our comrades' freedom hangs in the balance, sir. Will you help them?
The safety and security of our allies is paramount.
Well said. The records can be accessed via the Central Records Terminal in the prisoner transfer station. The Republic may still have a presence there.
Neat.
Remember, the New Men are the worst of the worst. Cybernetically linked to each other, metal spines full of adrenals. Try to shoot first.
Han Solo it. Understood. And the last of the law. A pertinent find. And freak out. Cool. Right down this road. Very convenient. I'm going to be going to Amarillo this weekend for Amicon, which is one of my favorite conventions of the year, and I think I'm going to go find a nice Italian food place and get some grub. There's a few really good places to get Italian food, but they're really packed in this town, so I normally have to go to places like Johnny Carino's or Fazoli's if I'm in a hurry. I don't mind Fazoli's like pasta and stuff. That's pretty good. Their baked lasagna. I will not eat at Olive Garden, though. Or I will if I absolutely have to, but that doesn't mean I have to like it. Detainee Processing Center. Let's go ahead and do that before we disable any security field. Because that fight with Ruger is going to be fun. I kind of want to stretch that out a bit. We'll deal with the new men first. And this is a small little area. Okay. New men, slicers, and cyborgs. Oh, this is going to be embarrassing for you guys if this is it.
The Imperials can't get their hands on that data.
Oh crap.
Fire!
Hello, Republic. And we gas them and shoot from afar because we don't want to pull any additional troops. Well, maybe. I don't know. There we go. That's fine. We'll call that good. We didn't even get a chance to talk to the big guy. New men superior? Yeah. That wasn't the guy on the holo call. Guess we'll deal with him later. Unnecessary epic music. Okay, game. We escaped. There's no need for epic sneaking music. No, the orchestra. The conductor's like, no, I paid for this orchestra and they're going to play. Republic Guardhouse Delta. Prison Rifleman. Imagine how high I would be level-wise if I had actually gotten all the secondary objectives. It would be disgusting. Speak to Marshal Ruger. Okay, just speak to him? I mean, we can do that. You got your own little fighting ring right here to yourself. Hello there.
Well, now, there's two ways you can leave, Imperial. Cuffed down or feet first.
I'm walking away from this. You won't be so lucky.
Feet first it is.
Alright, well. I don't know what else to expect. And you have a shield. That's not nice. I am not a fan. Here's some dots for you. And he's almost dead again. Or, not again, but... There you are. Easy.
All right, hold your gloating. Get it over with.
Fair enough.
Make your peace. It is over.
Ruger! Come in, Ellis Ruger. This is Warden Grawl. We're taking fire and can't reach your position. What's your status?
He's dead or will be soon. Let's make this worse.
Roger that. This is Ellis Ruger. Wish I could help, but I'm busy dying for a worthless cause. Over.
Go. Whoops.
You're not Ruger. What's going on? Wait, I've seen you on our cameras. What do you want?
My only desire is to watch your face as I do this.
Send that message.
You monster! Ellis Ruger! She was the last hope for law and order on Belsavis! I won't forget this. Warden Grawl, out!
Okay, so when we were imitating him, I thought that we were just going to be like, operation under control, situation normal. Had a slight weapon malfunction. But nope, Threll decided to mock. It's okay. He needs to let out a little steam every now and again. That's also one of those times where my logic and the game's logic are completely different. That's actually one thing that always kind of works to my disadvantage in games, is how I perceive things and how the game does. Normally not the same, which sucks, but it is what it is. Now, we will fast travel. Return to Lord Medicus. Turn in that quest, then we'll head to Captain Ragu. It's good to enjoy your work. Yeah, if you can't enjoy your work, there's no point to it. And our Sith friend should be happy. He's not a Darth, but he is a Lord. As I said, he definitely has Darth potential. He's a cool looking character, and his voice is awesome too. Has kind of a Tim Curry vibe to him.
That was a rare occasion. We had half their numbers and still handed them their heads. Ruger must have been furious. I can only imagine the thrill of snuffing out his life.
Ruger was one more casualty of our war with the Republic. Nothing more.
I imagine your detachment served you well against Ruger, and with him gone, our landing zone's finally secure. If you'll excuse me, duty calls. I must re-establish contact with Commander Callum.
Lord Medicus. Come in, Lord Medicus.
I am here, Commander Callum. What is your will?
Ellis Ruger was blocking our signal. Your men re-established contact once he fell, but I've heard nothing from our other operations groups. Captain Van Dorn must be reached. Our mission is still in jeopardy.
I've defeated Ruger. The Republic's dealing with the riot. What's left?
The Republic may be the least of our worries in this prison.
Lord Medicus is right. That's why he'll defend the landing zone against further Republic interference. You will perform the rendezvous.
Captain Van Dorn was last seen in the high security wing. Find his camp, but be wary. The Republic is conducting strange experiments with the inmates there.
That's actually one of the things I appreciate most about this game, and this actually kind of ties into my upcoming rant about the storyline in World of Warcraft, is the fact that there are complete and utter pricks on both sides. Now, obviously, the Sith is the evil side compared to the Republic's good, but there are some definite shades of gray, which I appreciate. And actually, I don't feel bad about doing the mocking now, because that probably threw that one warden completely off of his game. Made him lose his temper. And when you lose your temper, you can make some mistakes.
Travel route is confirmed.
That's how I'm going to legitimize it in my head. Now, we'll turn in the... we'll talk to Captain Rago. And then we'll head into the breakout and speak to Kanjan Slike. And that should be interesting. Because then we'll have to get back into our undercover clothes. Capitan.
I have the prison records.
Let me see. Registries, cell block numbers, access codes. It's all here. Perfect. I'll have this information transmitted to every Imperial officer on Belsavis. I assume it all went smoothly.
There were Republic troopers waiting for me.
And yet you still managed to return. Impressive. You've guaranteed the freedom of countless Imperials. Our brothers and sisters will soon be free. Thank you.
You're welcome. Cool. We're definitely getting all of that Ensign Temple faction, which I appreciate. Now then, let's head over here and get to our storyline quest, then I guess we'll head to the next level of the planet, the next little area. And that area just looks like tons of nope. Republic gunmen, riflemen, both epic and non-epic. We'll just stick to the roads. How about that? Yowza. You know, one thing that I've appreciated is the fact that we haven't had a whole lot of quests to kill wildlife. Tor isn't one of those games where it's like, hey, go kill 5 boar, or go kill 10 boars, then come back. They do those occasionally, but not with the frequency of other MMOs. And as I've said before, this game did spoil me for a good while from WoW and a lot of other games, because I couldn't do like little binky quests anymore. That's just like, here, go kill these guys. I need to know the reasoning why. I need a moral quandary at the end. I needed all of these things, this closure and good storytelling. And is this the spot? Yes, it is. Let's get ourselves looking appropriate for the task. Non-Republic pest controls beneath the notice of an Imperial intelligence officer? Well said. That's the kind of world I want to live in. Alright, we are here at the Rendezvous Cave. Let's see what's going on here and meet our wonderful new family that I'm sure we're not going to end up killing later.
Now, Ota, why are you talking like that with a lady around?
It is my nature to shed blood. I will not hide it or wait any longer.
Don't think you have to. Everyone's watching us, sir.
We are grateful you freed us. Now flee before I strangle you.
Troublemaker, shoot him.
I don't have time for games. If you think you can kill me, take your shot. Otherwise, sit down.
What are you gonna do, Drax? Alright.
So you know about Mega Security Ward 23. Deepest pit in this prison. Together, we have the skills to get inside. Break in, take what they're hiding, heist of the century. Follow my lead and we'll all walk away rich.
Mega Security Ward 23.
Always wanted to be rich.
Kanjin's like. She's Cheney. That's Parkos and Oda. You sound pretty sure. But Mega Security ain't just breaking windows and slitting throats. We're talking bad things there.
I didn't pick this crew at random. You know this can work.
Years back, my brother tried what you're saying. Found traps, sensors, blast doors, force fields. Got himself killed. Only way in is to short out what security you can and try to survive the rest. Takes prep we ain't done, and a bundle of equipment.
I love the fact that I'm talking to a guy with a samurai top knot, but with a southern accent. That's very random and very Star Wars-ish, as far as I'm concerned.
And start putting together a list of resources we'll need. The The rest of you, I want maps, security assessments, anything you can get me. We'll do this job right.
Yes, boss. Bet we can pick some tools off the bodies, but not the specialized stuff.
Carbonite traps, repulsor coils. I couldn't requisition half of this from the Chiss, sir.
Don't look at me. My brother took 5 years to assemble this stuff. It's up to our miracle worker.
Okay, well...
Get yourselves ready. We're gonna blast every hideout and Republic ship until we have what we need.
This I like.
The laboratories.
What? Hey, the laboratories. The medical facilities.
The labs will be sealed off. Guards will set up a kill zone to keep us from looting the place.
The laboratories have all sorts of equipment, and they can track more down. One person slips in and opens a back entrance. We can all follow.
I've never heard of any laboratory on Belsavis.
It's in the next security zone. They say it's a med lab, but everyone knows they experiment on prisoners.
It's a stupid idea, but then I ain't heard any better. You survive, maybe we have more to talk about.
I see Matthew McConaughey playing him. Hey, a new knife, which still isn't as good. That's so weird. 40, 51, 22, 23, 343. Wow. Crazy.
Come on.
And Reyna wants to talk to me in private. Neat. Oh, the Emperor theme. I love it. Okay, well, we will head to the next zone, and maybe there'll be a cantina. Which I doubt, but we can always fly back if we need to have a chat with the ensign. She doesn't want to talk to us back on the ship. She just wants to talk in a private spot. And fortunately, our new path is just around here. The Scorpio sanctions. Proceed to the prison medical center. High security section, Imperial command post. Well, that was easy. Looks like things have gone better. Tusker Glade. Area has definitely seen better days. Flashpoint for the war games. We've got a shuttle to the Imperial fleet if we want to grab it. That's handy. Captain Van Dorn, Imperial scientist. Medical services.
Please use all products only as intended.
Oh, and if we did all the heroic quests too. Hell's bells. Good stuff there. Go ahead and sell all that.
Be well.
Captain Habaz has a mission for us. What else is here at this base? Republic informant, who is now no longer with us. Business as usual here in the Glorious Empire. And no cantina or anything. Cool. Alright, Captain. Let's get our briefings. Since we are not... There we go.
Captain Van Dorn, Commander Callum sent me to assist.
Operations Group 4 welcomes you, sir. I'm happy to report that our prisoner release program's going brilliantly. We've hit only one hiccup, really. The prisoners here, they're gangs of rabid aliens, formerly members of some Republic experiment. The gangs attack the Republic as planned, but they're also tormenting our boys. Now there's a large number of berserk aliens between us and the Dread Masters.
Do I detect a hint of repulsion towards non-humans, Captain?
Only the criminal element. I'd never lump someone of your caliber in with these... Excuse me. Captain Van Dorn speaking. Dead? All of them? No, that's impossible. Well, stop blabbering and... Sergeant? Sergeant!
Snake?
The alien gangs have wiped out Operations Group 4. We've lost control of this wing.
It's time these aliens taste Imperial justice.
These criminals are bloodthirsty lunatics. Discipline's just what they need. Carve up their top gangs and make the aliens fear us. Then we'll be able to evacuate the Dread Masters.
Stay here and secure the outpost. Leave the prisoners to me.
Thank you. Gun for the Gamorreans, Anomids, and Gand. They're the fiercest scum of the bunch. Kill enough members of each gang, and they'll learn to respect the Empire.
I'd be more worried about the Gand. The Gand are pretty disgusting in terms of the Star Wars canon.
The Republic's been conducting.
The same race as Zuckuss, who was one of the bounty hunters that was tasked to capture Han Solo. Okay, Captain?
This Republic unit was destroyed as well, sir. No survivors.
I was hoping they'd wipe each other out. Notify me if you hear anything else. Glad you're here. The Ratataki, the wildest alien prisoners in the Republic's little zoo, have finally overstepped their bounds. The savages have claimed the planet for themselves, call it New Ratataki.
Oh wait, hold on. I have to exit out of here real quick. Ensign, you go ahead and take a powder real quick. Kaleo?
Be careful, sir.
I need
Can't
you to
live without me, huh?
I need you to be here for this conversation, ma'am. They're talking about you. Your ears will be burning, and then maybe his face.
This Republic unit was destroyed as well, sir. No survivors.
I was hoping they'd wipe each other out. Notify me if you hear anything else. Glad you're here. The Ratataki, the wildest alien prisoners in the Republic's little zoo, have finally overstepped their bounds. The savages have claimed the planet for themselves, call it New Ratataki. They say they'll kill everyone, Republic and Empire alike.
Interesting.
Anyone willing to kill Republic troops can't be all bad.
They aren't looking to negotiate, they're looking to commit genocide. They've taken a factory and are arming themselves. Right now, they're content to slaughter the Republic, but once they've stockpiled enough armaments, we'll be next on their dance card.
The Ratataki need to be put in their place. I'll take care of them myself.
I'm certain it will be terrible to behold. You can find their factory in the upper grounds of the compound.
I was hoping...
You'll need to take out both the leaders and the machines in the factory. There can be no chance of them rebuilding.
Okay. I was hoping that Kaleo was going to have something to say about that, considering the fact that it's her people. I guess she doesn't care that much.
Bye.
Here, sir.
Alright, so... we've got gang members, Gamorrean gang members, Gand gang members, and Anomid gang members to kill. We've got the prison industrial facility and prison medical center for the Scorpio sanctions. Well, let's see what we can do. Do we have enough time to clear one of these? Defeat the warlords and the factory machines? Yeah, let's go ahead and fly down over there. And we'll take care of the Ratataki. And then we'll head back to base and talk to Temple to end the stream. That should be good for all parties concerned. And then we'll hunt down the inmates or the gang members at the beginning of the next stream. Just gotta find an entrance. And we need 3 warlords and 3 factory machines dealt with in quick fashion. And I guess this might be their base. Can we get around here? Somehow? Ooh. Maybe not. Yep, definitely not. We'll just go around then. It's a very simple, it's very zen in a lot of ways. Just, hey. It's kind of like the Sweeney Todd lyric. Was it? In this world, Mrs. Lovett, there are two kinds of people and only two. There's one... Oh, I forgot that. One that's put in its proper place and one with his foot in the other one's face. Or his boot in the other one's face. So the Imperial tendency on things is very much like Sweeney Todd. How about that? Let's take a look at these guys. Look like wannabe Thanoses. Perfectly balanced, like all things should be. Prison industrial facility. Bounty hunter phase. Well, we are definitely not a bounty hunter, so... Kill warlords. Get machines. Thanoculi.
Took a nasty fall.
Like, what have the Tremere been up to lately? Good lord. Well, that's one warlord down. Are the rest going to be that easy? I would assume so. Ooh, there's a gladiator. That one's elite. That actually may pose a few problems. And how about you, warlord? I'll hear by your lonesome. Oh, you had friends. Rude. I don't know if that... I think those might have been respawns. If so, that's bad timing. For them. There we are. Uno mas. Yeah, we had respawns come in. And our last warlord... right here. Now, don't knock me into those others, if you don't mind. Thank you. Deal with that machine. Make the gladiator sleep. And return to the Capitan. Easy. And that only took us about 3 minutes. Threll is not getting paid by the hour.
It's done. The machines, the Ratataki leadership, all of it. I took care of them.
Excellent. I knew you were the perfect person for the job. I should have sent a holo crew to record it. The Ratataki will give us a wide berth after your little demonstration.
Well, that'll work, and then they'll just focus on the Republic and leave the big bad Empire alone.
Those savages are still trying to figure out what happened.
I'm saddened that I couldn't watch it personally. Thank you for your help. You're an inspiration.
See, that's one of those things that that's not exactly what he would say, but... or what I think that Threll would say, given that situation. But anyway. Let us go ahead and fly back to base. Talk to Temple.
Travel route is confirmed.
And kind of see what happens from there. Looks like recording in 1080p is working out pretty well. The stream hasn't really dropped any kind of quality, which I'm very happy about. So I guess this will be our normal thing. And also while running an MMO as well, because that normally takes a lot of juice. I guess it would probably run better even if I was playing a game without any kind of MMO or online aspect to it. Yay for stream looking super good. I am pleased. By the way, I'm going to be taking a lot of pictures at Amicon, so if you guys get a chance on Facebook, I will be posting all of those pictures. Might actually even get an Instagram, because I'm actually about to get a decent phone to actually take pictures with. Not sure. I'm still debating that part. And the cantina was in here, right? I'm happy too. I'll get to see some cosplay friends that I haven't seen in many, many moons. Because my last con was in March or April. So it's been quite a dry spell that I haven't been able to go to any conventions. And that's definitely a relaxation, a reset thing for me. Okay, Reyna, what's up?
How can I help you, Ensign?
I have a purely professional question for you, sir, if you don't mind my asking. When you lie to a woman over the course of a mission, make her think you're interested, does it bother you?
Any reason you're professionally interested?
Don't mistake me, I've been involved with plenty of the wrong men, but going in there was always the chance they'd work out. I don't know how I'd handle living one life in the field and another back at home. It must be exhausting.
Okay. Don't romanticize the work. You can't be afraid of caring. A fling can be fun. What do we say here? What would Threll say? Probably don't romanticize the work. What do you guys think? Or you can't be afraid of caring to affect the efficiency of the job? That could go in all kinds of different directions. I don't want to flirt because she said strictly professional. She set the ground rules at the beginning of the conversation. Yeah, I agree, Oni. It's probably one of those.
Lust is a weapon. It's a tool of the trade.
If you're going to depress me, sir, I'll have to stop asking questions. Next thing you know, you'll be telling me my parents' marriage was a sham. 2 ciphers under one roof.
Oh, wow. But
that doesn't surprise me. Intelligence might have encouraged the partnership.
And isn't it lovely when our professional and personal lives meet? Thank you for your honesty, sir. You won't regret these sessions.
Sessions? Okay. Does she still want to talk? She wishes to speak with us in private. Okay, we are leaving a rest zone. Okay, there. It went away. We gotta be honest with her, you know? We can't just sweet talk her because we like the kind of character she is. We've gotta pull no punches. Good deal. Well, I think that should do it for tonight, folks. We got a lot accomplished here on our new planet. I really like the gimmick of it being a huge prison colony. It's kind of like that little area on Nar Shaddaa, but out of an entire planet. And we got a maximum security. We're just in the high security section. We haven't touched the maximum security section. And then there's also a zone called the Tomb, which sounds all kinds of interesting. So when we get back in the next stream, we'll defeat all the gang members and proceed to the prison medical center and see what kind of experiments are being done on these prisoners by the Republic. We'll get to see kind of what kind of shady dealings they have, possibly. But hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you very much to King and Oni and Kath and everyone for hanging out and chatting with me. And if you guys haven't followed the channel, please do so. I try and stream Monday through Friday if I can. And if you're watching this on the replay on YouTube, I have a link to the Twitch channel down in the description below that you can give a click. And like, share, subscribe. You guys know the drill there. And we will see you guys in the next stream. Later days, everyone.